You guys absolutely loved the last video of the 10 best lifts for wrestlers, so we are back with 10 more of the best lifts for wrestlers. Something a little bit different about this video, you can see we're not in a gym. We're actually in my basement, and this weightlifting equipment here, this is Sup Gym's Power Rack, which this video is brought to you by Sup Gym. Now, every single one of these exercises can be performed on this Power Rack. It's got cables, pull-up bar, dips, weights, attachments, literally everything you can need. It has over 60 exercises you can do, and for these 10 today, you don't even need a barbell. Now, if you're wondering how long it actually takes to build one of these Power Racks, it took me just around 3 to 4 hours. From someone who's not a handyman, using just 2 wrenches, no power tools, we got this thing up in a hurry. But going into exercise number 1, we got cable wrist curls. So in a wrestling match, you guys know, especially hand fighting or even trying on top to turn your guy, being able to have strong wrists and getting these hands to turn guys is crucial. Now I'll be doing single arm here, and there's a couple ways you can do it. Is your palm up and you start to curl, and the other one is when your palm down. Now I'm actually pretty strong, so I might need a second plate. Now as you're curling, the technique isn't to use your bicep. You're using your forearm. You're literally using your wrist and just curling it. Now, if you want, you can actually switch extensions and literally just do the same thing just with 2 hands. For exercise number 2, this is kind of a fun one. It's banded jumps. The setup is super easy. All you need is a band over the pull-up bar, and you're just gonna kind of grip it so you have some resistance to end up pulling you up. Now, the goal of this is to not only use it as a warm-up for kind of your legs and ankles, but it's almost that explosiveness too. So you pull down, get in an athletic position, and literally just jump. And as I jump, I wanna bring my toes kind of up to the ceiling, and I gotta be ready to brace for impact. And the goal is to like hop like a bunny. That's basically it. Be careful not to hit your head, because that would be bad. Exercise number 3 is similar to last videos with the straight arm pull down, but this one we're more getting into our wrestling stance, and we're literally imagining snapping on a guy, like heavy hands, just cinder blocks on their skull pretty much. So I'm gonna get a stretch here, getting in position, and all I do is I'm just gonna rep these out. You can even get like some movement in here if you want, just whatever works here. And after a while doing that with 50 pounds there, oh baby. Oh guys, I just broke my tripod. That sucks. You know, I did want to have heavy hands, but to break people, not equipment. Number 4, we actually have pull-up pyramids. Now this is, of course, just a simple pull-up, but it's the way you do it. When I first started to do pull-ups, me, my dad, and my brother had a challenge where we could see how high we could go and go back down without failing. That was a huge motivating factor to see how high it can go, and it goes something like this. 1, 1, 2. 9, 10. And you keep going up and up and up. You can choose to go down too, but it's a fun game you can play. You can come back each week to see if maybe you'll turn into David Goggins. Number 5, we got front cable raises. So if you think about it in a wrestling sense, when you're setting up your shot and you're posting, you're using that shoulder muscle to do so. And with the cable, it's a great way to use that muscle. For number 6, we got some more banded jumps, but not like where it was kind of easier for us to jump. This is making it more harder. So I actually put a band around these band hooks that come on the Sup Gym rack. Make sure not to hit your head. And you grab the band, and all you're gonna do is you get in an athletic position, and then you're gonna hype up. You have explosiveness here, it's hitting the muscle in a different way. So this is another one you can do. Now we gotta get in some core ab work. This is my favorite thing, is hanging leg raises. And not only are you getting that full contraction, but the full stretch, which is crucial in building the muscle. I like to use the wider grips here, face the opposite way, and my goal is to try to touch my toes all the way to the bar. Number 8, we got flies. This is overall my favorite chest workout, and you definitely get the most stretch and contraction for the muscle. Now you guys may be saying, well, Cayden, you're not using your chest so much in wrestling, which yes, it's true, but all the fibers that are connecting here, even your shoulders, getting that stretch, it's super crucial to at least warm up, because if you're wrestling on the bottom, a guy puts his arm behind his back, getting into weird chicken wing things and funk, it can be very easy to get hurt that way. So by strengthening the muscle fibers, not only by stretching, but also by doing the muscular work. And for the cable height, I like it to be kind of the same height as my head. I like like to go kind of down a bit. Of course, works a different part as your chest if you're going up. And this leads us right into number 9. Now with the flies, I like adding a little something else in there, so I'm actually do cable presses. Just gonna move the cables down a little bit, staggered stance. And now when I press for explosion. Remember, lifting like a bodybuilder is different than lifting like an athlete. So by doing these explosive movements, you know how explosive wrestling is. You need to go from 0 to 100 like that. And last but very not least is number 10. It's very, very simple, guys. It's the static dead hang. Especially after a hard workout or a long practice, your spine gets conjoined like crazy, even just walking throughout the day. So just hanging here, not only are you strengthening your grip for more endurance, but you can also rotate your hips around. I sometimes like crack my back doing this, which is great, but it's also just loosening literally your whole back, your whole core, your whole body. And also for this one, sometimes I train to be at the carnival or at the fair, and I try to win on the dead hang, but you know, they kind of fake it a little bit because their bar spins. And there was this time 3 years ago, I paid $5 to do this hanging game to win this gigantic bear. Guess who couldn't last 20 more seconds? This guy. Right here, but not anymore. I will win that carnival bear. But there we go, that was it. That was part 2 of the 10 best things wrestlers can do to get stronger and to be a better wrestler. Once again, thank you to Sup Gym for the power rack. You guys can go check that out. Link in the description. It's actually very affordable for a power rack. And like I said, I myself, who is not a handyman, was able to put it up in 3 hours all by myself. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you are new. Check out that Cayden right there. The new merch is back in stock at Barbell just for a limited time because it might sell out again. But thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you guys want a part 3. We'll see you guys next video.